to the big house, Michigan Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Each and every season, this is one of my favorite games because these are the blue bloods of college football. Two of the winningest programs in the history of the sport. Oklahoma got the win last year against Michigan, and now with Kyle Whittingham under the helm, let's see how Oklahoma at Michigan kicks off here today in the Big House. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Sooners will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Wolverines offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. Got him right there.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Throwing, Underwood. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
At the 26, a huge pickup on the ground.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Buying time to his right. Byers on the move. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to...
And the ball's loose. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. I don't know if it was luck. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Rolls right. He'll try to do it himself. Got some room, heading to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Runs through a tackle. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to get started. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Underwood. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Knocked down immediately.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Stop right there.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Trying to take it back. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Looking for space. It's Marshall. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Moving out to the right. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Sets his feet. It's Mateer. Makes the catch. It's Sategna. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the RPO, got him. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He breaks a tackle. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
2nd down, going to throw it. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And those plays right there, you can see the receiver smells the end zone, right? Like he makes the play, he catches it, starts to go downfield, and all you're doing is you're just trying to get there, man. Trying to finish off the run, outrun that last.
Touchdown Sooners! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They marched 72 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the return, it's Stewart. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So here comes the Michigan offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll run it. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Looking for a deep man. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Finds some room. All the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Holly Rowe has an update.
Guys, here on the Sooners sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall.
Trying to get behind the defense. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Flying down the right side. And he scores! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. From deep, it's Stewart. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Now hits it. It's Blaylock. Hard running there. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Swamped immediately.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short. Those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it. But they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
Look out! They've got in great pressure on this defense.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, And that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Making the adjustment. Here's Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. The throw just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on fourth down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
Offense in a bunch formation. He'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Picks his way and gets 4 after the 27. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Mateer. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sategna. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. They'll need a bunch on second down. Motion from the back. Second down, gonna throw it. Rush right in his face. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their third possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Throwing, Underwood. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Second and long here. The run inside. It's Marshall. Enough to move the chains. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They've got it at the 36. It's a first and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guys. To the air. It's Underwood. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That costly penalty will give this offense a new set of downs. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He lets one fly deep. Got it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And your number one goal when you blitz is to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable, and they didn't do it. They didn't get home. Quarterback had a little bit too much time. You could tell, felt too comfortable. Didn't even get a hit on him.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And the point after is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Underwood. Right side, it's Hansen. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Hits inside. It's Marshall. He's past the sticks. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
From the gun, the ground game. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. We are just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And the defense gets home with the pressure and knock him down for a loss, but there are penalty markers down. Let's sort that out. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer, keeping his eyes downfield. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. He'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Turns it upfield. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Running the red zone, it's Robinson. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
They'll give it to Robinson. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Plows his way ahead. Made a defender miss. Touchdown Sooners! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Deep in the end zone, it's Stewart. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Michigan. On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he's going to bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Tells the run, wants to pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Long way to go on second down. Handoff to Xavier. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Sooners are rolling down the field. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sategna. Got room at the 35. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm.
Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
If you're a fan of old school running the rock, then you absolutely love this drive. 80-plus yards. They've done it mostly on the ground. That last run now sets them up even closer to the goal line. And you can see these defenders. They're looking over to the sideline looking for answers. They don't know what the front needs to be, if they need to substitute more big guys on the field. They can't stop the running game.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Pulls it. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hansen.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. The way these two teams are putting up numbers, all kinds of time left as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Marshall. They were all over it.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's Underwood to throw. Just got rid of that one.
Normally, I would say fourth and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the fourth quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Schools around the country. Slippery Rock 42. Shippensburg University, nothing.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Looking for a big play. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. Fourth down, picking up the first, getting...
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Gets rid of it. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And they draw to within 3 here in the 4th quarter.
And this offense obviously wanted to take the lead, but they chip into the lead a little bit. Now they're going to need their defense. Just give me another opportunity. They only need a field goal in the 4th quarter. Nice job cutting into that lead.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Sategna. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
On 3rd down, here's Robinson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Handoff to the lone back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They go play action. Bryce Underwood still looking to his right. Out wide right, it's Buchanan. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, this quarterback is dynamic, and it's because of his speed. You see it in the run game, but also when he decides to extend the play, scramble, and just buy himself time. Defense can't keep up with him as he's able to find that completion for the first.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
and you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the running back has it. Makes the tackle.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Left side, it's Johnson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And this is easily the most important play call of the game now. 4th down, you're out of field goal range. You have to come up with a completion here to give yourself an opportunity to win this game.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down.
2-14 close. 2-14 close.
Looking for the marker. Tried to run it on 4th and 2, and he won't make it. He'll be stopped a yard short. The Sooners enter the final minute of play trying to run out the clock. Leaves it with the back. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Moves the pocket. It's Mateer. Rushes on. Blasted as he lets it go. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good